Hey guys, so today it's me and Garbo, and tomorrow it's going to be me and Garbo. Things are moving a lot faster than what we expected them to, so me and Megan are definitely going to be doing an update video in the very near future, but you guys will just find out about all that, and you'll just have to wait and see, alright? Everything's all good, within reason, as far as it can be, you know what I mean? Reason, yeah. Yeah, within reason, at least it's not me, Megan, or Ozzy that's dying, so, that's the best you're going to get, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Oh, I suppose I'm gonna have to bleep that. You can't swear at the start of a video. anyway, look, I saw this thread on K, and I was like, what's this about? And I thought, you know what, I can't do this thread without Garbu. So, Vampire City, you're in the world of darkness, Vampire the Masquerade world. You're an average person who has to defend themselves with normal weapons. What you can get in your area. How do you defend yourself and operate in the cities? You're against vampires. I can never say that. Mages, the best you can get. So, honestly, I would just die. I'm not gonna lie. I would just curl up. Dies. Yeah, I'm a euro per. I literally have no chance. I don't know what to tell you guys. There's a new zombie one on Netflix. Me and Megan watched 20 minutes of it last night, and it was London zombies, and I was like, me and Megan just looked at it, I was like, we're gonna die. We don't stand a chance. Honestly, anyone that thinks that they can't survive London zombies, I've done zero cardio. I'm gonna fucking die, bro. Yeah, I mean, let's be serious. They won't stop chasing you though. Even Olympic runners can't run forever, and you can't scare them away. So what chance do you actually have? You know what I mean? With enough firepower, maybe tactical McNukes. I don't know. Let's jump into this thread and let's see what it's all about, will we?
So he says, well, what are my stats like? If I have a fairly high rating in true faith, I can deal with pretty much all the templates without much issue.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say I don't think I've got any any positive modifiers, if I be honest with you.
Well, it's one of those things where talk about the modern actual human. How many people have actual true faith in what they're doing? I mean, they might become more prone to believing in certain things if they're like, oh fuck, they're actual vampires. They may actually branch out their minds a bit. But true faith is one of those things where it's like,
Garbo, wait, but vampires are real. What are you talking about? Vampires are real.
They're all in government.
I shouldn't joke about that, if I be honest with you. I shouldn't joke.
James found sucked of all blood in his family home.
No, honestly though, okay, so if I'm going to use myself, if it's literally me transported, the best I can do is at least live stream my death. Does that sound alright, guys?
Live stream my big-titted goth girl vampire sucking me dry.
Yeah! Well, at least you got that going for you, you know what I mean? That's
the one below there says, can't get any guns here in Sweden, but I'll get some torch or similar to terrify and bully the local Camarilla vampires.
I can never tell. Honestly, this is one thing I'm really bad at. Don't judge us, guys. I have got the Vampire the Masquerade core rules. And I can't remember any of the tribes or any of the clans.
I can't remember if it was a Camarilla or a Camarilla, but so I can keep a couple for blood and profit. What?
I mean,
you're trying to capture your own vampire harem? Question mark.
I don't think that's going to work out very well.
Yeah,
I think you might be able to capture one, but for how long? You need to remember, vampires have got that ability of being, quite old, and they've got a lot of experience, and also they're just going to, pretty much everything you can do, they can do better.
Well, they're not going to notice a giant steak in your fucking pocket, hey, bro,
yeah.
What in your pocket?
Well, it depends on where I put the steak, you know? I know, right? We'll just forget about that. Let's keep going, Actually, you know what, Garbu, what would you do? Let's ask the question. How would you be legit? Would you have would you have landmines at your front?
Well, the first thing you gotta do is fortify where you're living. You gotta give yourself as much time as possible to get ready as they're coming for you. You need things that can alert you and slow them down, like built-in caltrops into your floor, things they can just smack into. It's just full of shit they hate. Basically, you want to do a fucking Home Alone bullshit with anti-vampire. Yeah. You want paint buckets full of holy water they'll bop into and burn themselves with, that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah, that's actually not a bad one.
Like,
yeah, honestly, Home Alone it. Like, hyper Home Alone it.
but the biggest thing is using shotguns, because even if it won't kill the vampire, blowing chunks off a vampire will still slow them down. What most folks don't really get is like they think of like 9mm 5.56.
Yeah,
that builds a tiny hole through stuff. You know, you want a shotgun firing marine shot or bucking ball to blow chunks of the vampire and put those chunks somewhere else until you're able to get away.
I've always thought about that with, like, honestly, like 40k orcs, you know, because like everyone always laughs at gas rifles or whatever, but like, you know, as far as I've came across in the lore anyway, it's supposed to leave like a penny-sized, perfect diameter hole.
Well, I think the las gun has like a small heat round where it blows a hole through most surfaces due to like plasma or some shit, like a mini plasma shot.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, you know, so when it comes to like something like an orc, for instance, you're gonna have to turn them into Swiss cheese before you know you're gonna take one of them down. But would a shotgun just work better then against like a 40k
absolutely.
Orc?
Well, that
like, you know, it's just got the DACA, you know.
Well, you see, in a shotgun you can add payloads, because in a regular bullet you have a copper jacket and a lead core and maybe a steel penetrator, like a green tip or a little bit of a chemical for a nice little bit of flash. But with a shotgun shell, you can add in, you know, just particles of shit if you wanted to. Like you put like hawthorn wood particles, I don't know, garlic salt, I don't know. Like, you put whatever you want inside the fucking thing. Besides a big ass fucking lead shot, which will remove pieces of anything and keep them somewhere else where they can't get them back.
Honestly, you know what I would want for the most in this universe is Paul Harrell defense videos against vampires. That's literally what I want. Do you not like him? No, I think he's hilarious.
I do not like him at all.
Well, I think he's funny as anything. He's got that boomer mentality. You know what I mean? He's just such a boomer.
Well,
and he's the way he presents everything.
Him, but it's like, ugh, like he's just so. He's like that special uncle you have that's like, don't talk about Larry for too long, or he's gonna bring up lizard people and fucking vampire senators. All right.
Oh, honestly, no. Paul's definitely my favorite. He's definitely up there for just. He doesn't mean to be funny, but he just is type of mentality.
What's funny about Paul is that Paul was a former Marine for one, but he's been involved in two self-defense shootings. Yes,
he ended up in two. yeah. The best, one of my favorite ones he did with it's what reminded me. He did a video about rock salt. It's like, well, you know, you did just shit someone with rock salt, so that's probably not a good idea, no matter what. You know, that's you just don't do that, all right? You know, it doesn't matter. It's just a bad idea. You know, if you ever come into that situation.
But he shot rock salt at me and called me a whore.
Well,
look, maybe you shouldn't suck so much dick. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know it's pretty fucking based. Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of
sci-fi gothic.
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. And today's lucky winner is this guy. Well done. Well done. To claim your prize, just send an email to neckbeardia@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the video.
This guy's workshopping. Fuck off. If I had the perfect list of things which are hard to get, I'd be fine. Like, yeah, everyone would be their guy.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, let's be serious. Like, you know, all I need is, like, you know, a small army, or actually, you know, a really big army. And then can I get like a few tactical McNukes? And actually, you know what? Can I get like a bunker, but like not like any bunker?
Can I
like,
get a 10 Warhawk and I'll just blow the vampires away?
Could I just get like Master Chief? Could Master Chief come with me, guys?
Can I just have
Or
a
can I get
Halo?
some? No. Can I just get some like angry Russians off Counter-Strike? You know what I mean?
Can I just get a whole
That-
platoon of angry Marines and we can be yellow together and kill vampires? It'd be cash money, man.
It would be cash money. That's the thing. You know, it's like what's that? What's that meme? You get out of your dream, but you also
No,
want
right there.
Schwarzenegger.
Give me one Buffy the Vampire Slayer in her prime, and I got this shit.
Oh, easy.
Give
yeah,
Daddy
you know
one
what?
Buffy.
Yeah, honestly, I need to go back and watch Buffy. It's on Thingy, and anytime I see it, I'm like, I should go back and watch that.
Buffy
You
be
know
like
what
a
I mean?
fucking attack dog on a leash. Go get her, boy.
Yeah.
Fucking stabbing the shit out of vampires with a fucking stick.
Honestly, like it was camp, but Buffy was dead on show for the time period. You know what I mean? Like I think
What,
people
the
always
90s?
forget. Yeah, like all like 80s, 80s and 90s TV was horrible. Let's not try and get ourselves. It was bad. It was camp at best. You know what I mean? It was camp enjoyable at best. Yeah, there was a few good series, but like, you know, they were few and far between, let's be serious.
If you're sufficiently high north, then there will be a very low Canaanite presence because the vampires fall into torpor when the sun is up, and during some of the days are very long. So the vampires will not do all their business in a very short span of time. While winters have it all the other way around, it's not conducive to long-lasting vampire settlement because the hunters have a massive advantage during the long summer days. And on top of that, the Garou are deeply rooted in the forest and don't take very kindly to kindred presence. So, I mean, I guess...
Yeah, that's not. But then you have to deal with the elements as well. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the elements turn into
It's
an
always
enemy.
cold, like, ugh.
Guys, the heckin' General Winter, guys, Napoleon, guys, Hitler, General Winter, it's like, well, they didn't invade in fucking winter, alright? Just leave be, you know what I mean? But guys, General
You see that fucking
Winter.
bouillon?
Yeah, I don't know. Wow, that's just, like, I get what he's going for, but I think that would just make your life just as bad, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Probably be
like, yeah, I mean, like, unless you're really into ice fishing, it's probably not, like, honestly, you probably, honestly,
ideal.
like, you know what, it's one of those ones, sometimes I think about, like, Eskimos and stuff,
Why
I'm like,
can't
man,
I get good internet out here in the Arctic? Fuck.
man, why you living there? Like, you know, just move south. Like, you know, why were the Eskimos and stuff like knocking about there? Like, you know, just go south. You know what I mean? Like, you know, did you really have to stay there? I don't know. I think there's easier ways of life, especially.
See,
for, like,
in my
tribal
opinion,
peoples.
this kind of stuff always weighs on the if vampires are extremely aggressively expansionist. Because there's I think it was not Elektra. What was it? It was one of the vampire movies where vampires become like the ruling class. It was like a blood shortage and shit.
Yeah.
And,
I think I know this one.
And there's a blood shortage, and it's one of those things where if vampires are real and they build up too quick, things got to get really cordial really fast, and it becomes less shotguns in the face and more documents and making rules up. Because in the long run, you know, vampires gonna need blood. If there's not like a blood beaters or some shit, you know, like a blood substitute, they're gonna need steady streams of blood to live. And if you eat all your fucking cattle up, then everyone's gonna fucking starve. So
Yeah,
it'd be
that's
better
not
off
life.
having I guess the first problem is vampires got to self-police and having guys not go down biting every fucking Joe they come across.
See, that's the thing, right? So this is where I think it gets kind of interesting. So if vampires were real, they would either be extremely well known and there wouldn't be a secret, like everyone would know they just exist and that's just a fact of life because like modern cell phones and like, you know, videos and everything else that goes with it, or people that just end up like how many murder documentaries are there made every week? You know what I mean? Like there's millions of them. There's no way there wouldn't be a billion. Oh, and their blood was sucked dry every time. What? You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's either you couldn't have them, or they would be like a hyper secretive Illuminati tier cult that run the world, and like, you know, no one knows about them, and anyone that would speak of them at all would be considered like absolutely batshit flat Earth tier. You know? Would you say? You know what I mean? That's
Well,
what I would go for.
what's kind of odd when some authors go, yeah, they suck the victim dry. I'm like, I always think, would it be like a maple tree? You tap it, you take about a pint, pull the tap out, lick it, seal it up. Like, why you gotta drain them dry? Because then you can't go back and eat it later. You know,
Well,
you think it'd be a vampire with like a mason jar and like a spigot. They just tap into somebody and pour out some blood. All right, thanks, cheers. Here's $100. Fucking beat up.
I'm imagining. Did you ever see that? You know them pictures of the crayfish when they were cleaning their blood? Yeah, you remember with the blue? They've got the blue blood because they've got copper in them. I imagine something like that would be like farms. Or like of just like milk, like hundreds of people at a time. Just like imagine like Juice of Fritzl times 10. Do you know what I mean? Actually, come to think of Fritzl, he would be a good example of a vampire. You know, because again, like I think vampires lead into the whole. There's something about vampires, like, you know, they end up in so many like women's like romance novels. I think like the big ones are like pirates, billionaires, vampires, and like there's a few other ones. You know what I mean? So they do have like that sexual element to them. So I suppose is that a form of sexual abuse? You know what I mean? Would it lean into that? I don't know. It's I think there could be something to that, actually, come to think of it. So you really, or what was that guy, the American one? There's been quite a few, or like the Toy Box Killer. You know what I mean? You know, like them people that keep like essentially sex slaves for years on end, and they end up like escaping and like running out of the basement and all that type of mad stuff. Like, you know, Fritzl being a prime example of it. I think that would be way more. And again, people will escape. You know, from time to time. So, like, there's just no way vampires could be covered up in any way, shape, or form. People would find out about them.
They'd be like, well, we got a lot of people who are really anemic all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And why are all the government officials looking quite young and fresh-faced? Oh, they're fucking vampires. You know, like...
Well, like, you know, look, let's see...
People would see it...
Just look at... See, that's all I'm gonna say. You know, I should probably back that name. Actually, you know what? I will. I'll let you guys think about that. Who in their government is?
Man, Lucy sure is looking pretty vibrant and plush nowadays.
That's not a way I would describe her. That's not a way. Vibrant and plush is more like a skin bag, if I'll be honest with you.
She's obviously bathing in the blood of infants.
Yeah. So, look, I think, like, this thread, honestly, it wasn't that great. I think it's better. It's more of like a podcast of sorts that we've done, and I think the next video we're going to be doing is going to be more of a podcast of sorts. So how would you go about it? I would just curl up and die. I don't think I stand much of a chance, bar like trying to booby trap the house, and even then you gotta leave the house. And anytime you leave the house, you're gonna have to do it at daytime. You're gonna have to like reinforce all your windows. You're not gonna have windows. You know what I mean? You're gonna need like if your house isn't like a bunker, you may as well just give up. You know what I mean? Or just arm yourself to the teeth.
What I want to know comment section is what would you put in your shotgun shell to fucking destroy that vampire thought next door? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, is it the stake itself, or does it just need to be some form of like blessed wood? You know what I mean?
I think it's just, you know, I really don't know, because it's one of those lore things. It's like,
it depends on the setting.
Well, on some settings, the wood stake kills them, and some it only paralyzes them, but doesn't actually kill them.
Yeah.
I know, like on one, I can't remember what the series was. I was reading a long time ago, but like the guy would put encapsulated wooden stakes in the bullets and shoot them through the heart, and it would kill him somehow. I'm like, what? You know, there's always some weird slant on the lore of something that doesn't exist.
You know? Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, but this is so totally. I'm just gonna use like a pre-existing monster, but like I put a spin on it, guys. I'm so original. You know what I mean? It's like they're a perfectly good monster. Vampires tap into primordial.
I feel personally attacked by that statement.
But you know what I mean. Like let's not kid ourselves. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with putting a spin on it. But like, you know, some people I think put like, oh my god, no, this is totally hyper original and it's the best thing ever. And
the best
it's alright, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with putting a new spin on it. And I think, like, you know, zombies are a great example of that. Like, you know, I know everyone's sick of zombies, but like, you know, there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, running zombies, and there's nothing wrong with all different types. Personally, my favorite... Okay, this is a good question. My favorite type of zombies are the ones from Evil Dead, or Brain Dead. I think Americans call it Brain Dead. You know, the Peter Jackson zombie one? That one would probably be my favorite zombies. And then for vampires... I'm gonna go for, like, honestly, I know you guys are gonna cringe at me, but, like, you know, World of Darkness and what do you call the ones? Yeah, what do you call the Evanescence one? Alright, it's not Evanescence, but like all the Evanescence music videos were taken from the movies. What do you call that movie again? Oh, you're gonna laugh at me. It's Underworld.
Oh,
yeah,
Underworld.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, Vampire the Masquerade and Underworld may as well be the same thing, guys. All right. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure White Wolf actually took them to court, if I remember. I might be wrong about that.
There are clans amongst us. Also, fuck the furries. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Why do we hate each other? Because okay.
Like it was adequately edgy for me, all right? And I'm a bit of an edgy boy.
Crawling in my skin.
What's the Bring Me Back to Life? Bring Me Back to Life. What did that one go? Oh my god.
Wake me up inside. That one.
Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Yeah, there you go.
Can't wake up.
What's your favorite zombie? Or not zombie? Sorry, vampire. What would your favorite take be on them?
I like the hot one.
Yeah, I like the big titty golf ones. I don't really care as long as they got big ass titties and a lot of skin tight clothing and they step on me. I'm pretty happy with that.
I love
I think
my face. I'm very happy.
Yeah, as long as they step on me and like spit on me and shit, you know what I mean? I'm down for that.
Spit on me? Is that what you said?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Whoa! Calm down, man. It's a fetish man.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I've actually got a ton of vampire models, so like if you plan on
if
doing
you too want to have your own vampire waifu, go to neckbeardia.co.uk.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean, man? There you go. You'd be sweat. You know what I mean? Like you guys get it. You know. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, check out Garbu's book and check out his channel. What are you doing?
Yeah. Also, I just made Oni Girl keychains. Hold on, I'll send you a picture real quick.
Oh, did you?
Probably gotta edit this later. Let's see.
Would Oni? No, Oni are more demons though. But like,
well, it depends on who you ask, really.
Yeah. Would you count them into the vampire? I would count them more demon personally.
Well, they're more of simply a mythical creature. Because I wouldn't really call them demons. I mean, they're like, I don't know. Because I know the Japanese consider the Oni demons, but like to me, it seems more like a misunderstanding.
They're just misunderstood creatures.
Yeah, well, it's like, because you see this giant thing that comes in the colors of red, blue, and yellow and white, and it's got a horn, and like, oh my god, it's a demonic entity. I'm like, it's more like.
For God's sake, well, there's some. Well, I think they'll sell well then. I'll put the link in. Or if you want, you put the link in and I'll pin the comment.
I got you.
If any of you guys are interested.
If you want to have a little Oni girl on your keychain for $6, I mean, hey.
Hey. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check out all the links down below and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
All those moments we lost in time.